Welcome back, everybody, to the Ultra Chen Show. I'm James Chen.
Hey! I'm Ultra David. So, let's talk about Combo Breaker.
Yeah,
that's coming up this coming weekend. In fact, I'm leaving on Thursday. Wait, aren't you leaving on Thursday?
I'm leaving on Thursday.
We're leaving on Thursday,
okay.
Although not together.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be staying in the Chicago area on Thursday night. And then Friday morning, I'll go to Walker Brothers Pancakes with my great aunt, who's in her mid-90s now, and also the rest of my family, who's also flying out there, to have a nice little hangout.
That's cool.
She likes to get the, I believe, Swedish pancakes.
Ah, yes. Crepes.
Yeah, they're basically crepes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whereas I prefer the traditional pancakes. And we often also get an order of like the apple, it's basically like cake. It's like a cake pancake.
Huh.
It's not cake. It's like a pie. It's like an apple pie pancake.
That sounds amazing.
It's really good, but it's like so much that we buy one for the table.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And you can have like
a
piece or two.
Right. Okay. I mean,
Walker
that
Brothers.
sounds like Chicago style, right? Like when you eat pizza,
suppose that's
you
true.
can only have one slice of pizza, so.
I suppose that's true. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to when it comes to Combo Breaker. Yeah, that's it. That's all. But also the fighting game tournament's also going to be occurring.
Yes. Combo Breaker, of course, has basically catapulted itself in a very short time to becoming one of the premier fighting game events in the world.
Absolutely in the world.
It is a lot of players' favorite events to go to. Obviously, EVO is the biggest event, but Combo Breaker still maintains a lot of that grassroots feel.
It does.
To it. And, for the longest time, it was always EVO and CEO. Now, this year, CEO is kind of stepping up big time, with the NJPW stuff, crossover stuff.
And the big arena.
And the big arena. But Combo Breaker has always, has now kind of gotten to its point where, like, when people do ask me the question, I can go to a fighting game event. I can't make it to EVO. What should I go to? My answer is always Combo Breaker these days.
Yep.
And it is just become one of the go-to places. And one of the key phrases that you hear from a lot of people that talk about this event a lot of times is how much fun it is.
Yes.
It's just a lot of fun. They have the cool things like the mystery game tournament, the auction. Dude, they're stepping up the auction stuff this year. They've got like 5 auction games and stuff. So, but there's just a lot of fun stuff here. And of course, it's going to be the start of the Injustice Pro Series. It's going to be a Tekken World Tour Master Series. It's a Capcom Pro Tour Premier event. Mm-hmm. So it's just pretty much like the place to go for everything. Everybody is, taking Combo Breaker as one of the premier locations for any of your pro tours out there. So, and it might even be the location that MK11 is announced. Who knows? If there's rumors about that. During the break, people were talking about that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and since it is so big, there are giant tournaments. But, so there's Street Fighter, Dragon Ball has 700 plus entrants. There are giant events. But anyway, they're playing Mortal Kombat 9 there. And that I'm really stoked for that.
I mean, the last time I checked, Combo Breaker had about like 700 and some, and Street Fighter had like 600.
You mean DBFZ had 700?
DBFZ, yeah. And
I can tell you exactly how many because I got the old Smash GG up. 739.
Yeah.
For Street Fighter 5, 676.
About 10% more players playing Dragon Ball than Street Fighter. So
Tekken 7 has 473. Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2 has 337. Injustice 2 has 221. Under Night and Birth EXE Latest has 164.
Yes.
That is cool. Killer Instinct has 140. Also awesome. Blaze Blue Central Fiction has 139. Smash Bros. Wii U 116. Skullgirl's Second Encore 131.
That's cool.
Mystery Game is capped at 128. Probably would have been gigantor.
Right, yeah, of course.
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite 127.
That's cool.
Mortal Kombat XL 123. The King of Fighters 14 113. Vampire Savior 111. Awesome.
I'm so hyped about
Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo also 111.
Dang. It's probably the same people playing.
yeah. Super Smash Bros. Melee 94. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, 101.
So there's not a single game there that's under 100.
Oh, yeah. Mortal Kombat 9, 74.
Oh, you were skipping that, I see.
Well, it was just, that's down the list.
Okay.
That's all. I'm really excited for a lot of these tournaments to happen. You know, Dragon Ball is going to be gigantic, of course. Tons of top players. Same with Street Fighter as a premier event. It's super packed. Tekken will be packed. A lot of these games will be really packed. But I'm just really excited for Mortal Kombat 9, honestly. Like, that might be the game that I'm looking forward to most, because I haven't seen it played at a high level in a while. I miss it. I know that I don't remember the specifics of it, despite how many hours I put into that game. But I've been going back, and I re-downloaded it for Steam. And I've been just messing around in training mode, trying to remember stuff. I've been watching old match footage. And it's been really fun to catch up on it.
Yeah.
You know, and Chicago was definitely one of the hotbeds of that scene.
Yeah.
Continues to be for Injustice games, for NRS games, but especially at that time. Now I would say that's maybe tampered off a little bit, but at that time, I mean, that was one of the major spots for it. So super cool. A ton of players who don't really keep up with like Injustice 2.
Or
are
MK
entering
10, maybe?
Even in some cases MKX. I mean, most of them did play MKX, but it's maybe not like where they had the success.
Right.
You know, there were players in MK9 who didn't have as much success in the future, whether because they didn't practice as much or whatever happened, other talented players. So it's going to be very cool to see who can keep it up in MK9. There has been trash talk.
Oh, really?
Oh, 100% there's been trash talk.
Is it mostly from Perfect Legend?
I don't think he entered.
He didn't enter it?
Yeah, and it's a bummer.
Kind of doesn't want to sully his...
That is my guess. That he feels like he proved it all back in the day, and he knows he's not... Nobody's playing it seriously now.
Right,
but,
yeah.
You know, he knows he's not... I gotta think that that's part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I mean, if you go through and check out the brackets, there are 4 pools, and each one of them is packed. Like, there are, you know, players... Like, just look out... Well, people aren't even going to know the names anymore, so I guess I won't bother. But I'm really excited for Pool 3, which has Tom Brady, and also, you know, Rick is in there, the Hotto's in there. Star Charger, Sabin, who was really good in MK9.
Yeah, that's right.
Rip actually was really good in MK9.
That's right.
PND Mustard is in there.
Dang.
Gun Show is in there. All these pools are like this.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, Waffles is in there.
Dude, whenever a game gets to this point, this is what pools are always like. You know, when MVC2 was starting to trickle down, every bracket was deadly. Even like when Street Fighter 4 was starting to trickle down. And every time a game gets to this point, like every pool is just death pools everywhere.
Like, look at this one pool. So CD Manny, Comp Bros, Jeremiah, Jur, Katana Prime, Guido, Pim Pim Jim, Slayered Hat, Sonic Fox.
Was that Jur or Gur?
Jur.
Jur, okay.
Yeah, from... I believe Montreal, if I recall correctly.
Nice. Okay.
And then, you know, you got... So a lot of people think that Forever King is one of the best players in NRS history, but most of his success has been after MK9, and yet he's been talking up doing well in MK9 at this event.
Okay.
So
Sonic Fox is in it too as well.
Sonic Fox is in there.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I'm really stoked for it. It's just going to be a lot of fun. All these pools are so crazy. So 16-bit and Foxy Grandpa and Cusco, Killer Shinnok, Slayer, Newbie, Shujinky Dink.
Dude, they all came out of the woodwork to play this, dude.
Yeah,
it's so
amazing.
cool.
It's amazing.
It's so cool.
I'm super stoked for it.
Okay.
Super stoked.
Yeah, Curly W. I mean, some people were mentioning this in chat, but Curly W says this as well, that Tekken 7 had the highest percentage of only Tekken players.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know, but, you know, Tekken tends to have a little bit least of the crossovers, which is why there's still no, like, Tekken player doing well in Dragon Ball right now, which makes me sad, because I would love to see having someone in that scene as well. So
yeah, Forever King really came in at maybe like the end of MK9, but he wasn't strong yet. It wasn't until Injustice 1 that he got strong.
Yeah, but I mean, shout outs to all the old school game events there too. VSAV, Super Turbo, I'm excited about. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm not scheduled to do any Mortal Kombat 9 commentary, only Street Fighter 5. You know, the Chicago Major for me is not just about the tournament, it's also about the fact that I have a lot of family in the area. And so like I said, I'm going to go hang out at Walker Brothers. on Friday. I have only one commentary block on Friday.
Oh, interesting.
You know, which I really appreciate because I'm there not just to do fighting games, but also to see family, which is my one chance a year to do it. So as a result, I didn't even put my name in to commentate other games.
Okay, cool. Are we going to compete in the ST when 30th collection comes out? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's something that I would like to do. So I mean,
Negative.
It's I would like to do it. I think it would be super fun. I just don't know if I have the time for it, and I don't know if I would just get frustrated because I'm not sitting there practicing it all the time, you know, kind of situation. Although it's really not much to practice for me.
There's not that much to practice.
There's not that much to practice.
You got to learn how to do cross up, jump, short.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. So go to training mode and pick someone that's not the stupid Shotos, because they ruined it for me. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But at least you can learn safe jumps against them.
Yeah. It's true. I mean, to be honest, there's no reason to safe jump to Shotos, to be honest with you.
Why not?
Because you just do max range crouching medium kick on them.
But you could be doing point blank button and then grab.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the best range, I think. Like max range crouch medium kick is like...
You'd rather be there anyway?
Yeah,
like that, you don't get grab situations. Regular grab.
Well, there's always hooligan kind of things. So,
all right.
You know. But, you know what? I should learn it because I need to mix it up. Even though if one of them is better, you got to keep mixing them up to keep them guessing.
Definitely.
So, yes, that is true. I need to learn the safe jump timing on them. So,
cool.
There you go.
So 44% of Tekken entrants only entered Tekken. Very interesting.
Dang, nice.
Thanks for the interesting details there. Curly W.
Yeah, of course.
Who, of course, does the pools.
Yeah, he's one of the main guys there. He's one of the guys who does a lot of work for them.
Yeah.
At Combo Breakers.
And other tournaments pools as well, by the way.
Yep.
Wow. 13% of Dragon Ball FighterZ entrants only entered Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Wow. But see, that's...
87% entered multiple games.
But see, that's what's important to know about Dragon Ball. It really kind of is the melting pot, right?
It is.
It's not that the Dragon Ball players play everything else. It's that everybody plays Dragon Ball, right? So when the game came out, everybody wanted to try it.
Yep.
And so while it doesn't have the most unique entrants, the reason why it has so many entrants is because it appealed to so many different people.
Definitely.
And I think that's super cool.
Definitely agree. So that's coming up this coming weekend. It will be in the Chicago area. You know, the streams will be Capcom Fighters for SF5, Tekken for Tekken. Is it Team Spooky for the others? I believe so, but let me know.
I mean, look, the real answer is follow Ace King Offsuit on Twitter.
Yeah.
And he'll throw out the schedules, and he always does a great job, although he said that he was having a particularly difficult time trying to put out Combo Breaker's schedule.
I bet.
On one graphic.
I bet.
Yes, and we did mention that Tekken is a Masters event for Tekken World Tour. Street Fighter is a Premier event, and it is also the start of the Injustice Pro Series.
Oh yeah, so that means Injustice should be on NetherRealm.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yes,
that's correct. That's correct. So.
Cool, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. 21% of VSAV entrants only entered VSAV.
So more percentage of VSAV players are there only for VSAV.
That's the highest.
Highest
unique percentage of all the classic games.
Well, I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
It makes sense,
too.
Yeah.
It makes sense because VSAV is, the fans of VSAV are big fans of it, and when you play VSAV, you're playing it because it's a very specific type game.
It's very different than the other games, for sure.
I mean, it's degenerate. Like it is basically the most degenerate fighting game out there.
It's cool.
I don't understand how the Vampire Savior people haven't gone to a 3 out of 5 system. Like, it makes no sense to me. Because 2 out of 3 matches have, I mean, I know some tournaments have, but like a legit 2-3 match, which is not even a slaughter, but like a real fight, can sometimes last shorter than like an entire round in like Street Fighter 5. Like, it's so stupid how fast that game can go. So
it's fun.
I will be doing some VSAV commentary. Yes, I am. So excited about
cool,
that.
Man.
So I'm happy about that. So
good.
It's one of my favorite games to watch and stuff like that. Again, I am not strong at playing the game because the game has gone far beyond than what I initially did with it, but it is still absolutely probably in my heart my favorite fighting game. One of my favorite fighting games. So
I should also say it seems like the grudge match that was developing between Tweety and Tekken Master in Injustice 2 Doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tweety is definitely a good player. Doesn't have the results that some of the other top players do, but he also hasn't traveled as much.
Right.
So he and Tekken Master were kind of bantering about, and Tekken Master was like, complaining about Tweety's characters, which is something that he does. He's like always done that. But he also has the results, of course, like second at Evo, he's won some big tournaments. He's many times top 8. So that would have been fun for me to have seen those guys, because I feel like there's not as much in the way of grudge matches as there once was. So that would have been cool, but it sounds like it's not going to happen after all.
Okay.
Check it out if you can. It's going to be great.
Combo Breaker is going to be a good one. Look, last year we did not make Combo Breaker, and I was super sad about that. So
I was literally walking the streets of Paris, walking around the Arc de Triomphe, thinking to myself, should have gone to Chicago. That's exactly,
right? Yeah, I know.
That really happened last year. So I'm super excited to be there.
Yep. Okay. All right, let's go on to some FGC news here. Lots of little things going on all over the place here. Let's see. Let's talk about some tournament events here. Canada Cup, another great event year after year, is actually going to be the location of the Tournament of Legends finals. It's not going to be at EVO this year because they want to give people more chances to qualify. And then Canada Cup, excuse me, sorry, you guys all heard that through the microphone.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
They've been doing a great job. Like last year, that's when, Matsu and Kusamundo and all those guys showed up and everything like that. But it's a great place for ST, so it's going to be the Tournament of Legends final. Out over there, but also lots of great things. Lapchi always does some cool stuff over there. But registration is now open for Canada Cup, which will take place on October 26th through the 28th. So definitely register for that if you can. Let's see do I have any other event news here. We talked about the E-League stuff here. This is a really interesting one. This was just announced earlier today, but Team Ninja announced that Dead or Alive 5 is getting a special tournament run at EVO.
Interesting.
And EVO is going to support it and put it on stream and everything like that.
Cool.
So they're having a Dead or Alive 5 EVO Showdown 2018. And they basically said to the DOA fans and fighting game fans, thanks to you all, we are proudly announcing that Dead or Alive 5 Last Round will take part in the world's largest fighting game festival, EVO. 5 years have passed since the DOA 5 series started, and it's been played by more than 10 million gamers.
Dang.
Meanwhile, the DOA community has expanded to become larger than ever before. To proceed to the next stage, interesting, we announced the end of the DOA 5 series in December. But to my surprise, the God of Fighting Games has given us another chance to let players enjoy this franchise at the event once more. Though it's a side tournament, the fact that DOA is joining EVO itself is key and something which we have been longing for over 10 years. So I hope you will join and enjoy the show.
Wow. So scroll up just a little bit there again.
Sure.
So too much. There you go. To proceed to the next stage, we announced the end of the DOA 5 series. So strongly implying a new game. Right? Yeah, because even when they announced the end of it, it was basically, we're not making any of the new DLC, and we're stopping, because they have been releasing DLC this whole 5 years. Just costumes, and then even guest characters, like they added Mai in the game at one point. They did Mai?
Yeah. So
from KOF?
Yeah. So like Akira and Pai and like Sarah Bryant are in the game.
Right, those I know.
Right, but then they eventually added Mai. Yeah, they put Mai in. Come on, that's like the
that actually makes total sense, yeah.
Perfect fit, right? But, it's like the fact that they're doing this, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to set anybody up for disappointment, but this screams Dead or Alive 6 announcement trailer kind of thing.
Oh, you think at EVO?
Yeah, because a lot of fighting games are using EVO now to announce things.
Sure.
Look at last year, dude. Sure. Because, you're not going to get that kind of like when Geese was announced, like the entire stadium almost exploded.
I remember.
I was sitting in the audience.
Same.
And I was going nuts, and people around, as soon as the first noise came up, I heard someone in front of me go, Geese, really loud, and it was, oh man. And to have that kind of reaction from a crowd and have that be your publicity, is like you can't get that anywhere else for fighting games. And so, you know, I like, even though E3 is coming around before, I got to imagine companies like Team Ninja would probably save Dead or Alive 6 announcement for EVO.
That makes sense. Just make sure that it's not the Abigail of announcements.
Oh God!
Ended up being a cool ass character, but man, that announcement was not good.
God. I mean,
not a good reveal.
Especially because you could tell, because after the tournament was over, nobody left their seats because they were positive there was going to be something else. And there was nothing. Nothing. But, you know, what's really interesting, though, is that, you know, Team Ninja has done a lot to support DOA 5, to try their best to make it a premier fighting game. Now that they can kind of start from scratch and kind of approach the game from a different viewpoint, and maybe try to turn it into the serious DOA. I
think they tried that with DOA 5, if I recall correctly.
Maybe. I mean, there's still all the swimsuits that you can buy all over the place.
Oh, that's never going away, right?
That's never going away.
That's like getting rid of violence in MK, like we talked about before.
Yeah,
that's the series-defining thing.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
But I think that they tried to make the game strong.
Oh yeah.
I never played it,
but like,
I heard it was good.
Coming at it from pure esports kind of standpoint, I think they could probably do a lot of cool things with it.
Okay.
So I'd be excited for it.
Sure.
So. But that's a cool announcement there. So congratulations to the Team Ninja team for getting that as a side tournament over there. So, so someone on the Hollywood Romances, he was at EVO in the night and day response of seeing Geese compared to Abigail. Yeah, God.
Night and day, man.
Jeez. Even just like when they announced Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
Yeah.
Dude, that was nuts, dude.
Yeah, there was a lot of people going nuts for that, and it was confusing because it was like weird.
Yeah.
But there was still a lot of really hyped excitement about it, and that ended up being the best game of 2018.
Wow, someone jumped the gun here.
That's my current belief.
Mother Superior jumped the gun here, man. Okay. A couple of other interesting things. So Blade Strangers, we've talked about. Blade Strangers, apparently from Cave Story, they're announcing a guest character, Curly Brace, as well as an original character named Helen. Or actually, I think Helen was already announced, but she just got a character trailer, so you can see what she does in the game and such. So Blade Strangers, of course, is a fighting game that's like independent guest characters and a bunch of original characters in the game, but for the Nintendo Switch. So it'll be interesting to see how that's gonna work out.
Cool.
Throwing its hat into the ring of all the fighting games that's out there. Another big announcement was, not big announcement, I'm sure everybody was expecting him, but Yoshimitsu is going to be in Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah.
So again, looking completely different than he does in every game that he shows up in.
But super cool.
Yeah, always super cool. Always really, really cool.
Cool character.
Yeah, exactly. So that is, like I said, not a surprise. I think everyone would be more surprised if Yoshimitsu wasn't in the game, but he has been announced there. Also, in Dragon Ball FighterZ, Vegito and Zamasu were announced, but we got a Vegito trailer today.
Right.
Did you get to see that?
I did see it. It looked pretty cool, I thought.
Dude, I mean, all I saw was Captain Sword.
What's that?
It's Captain Commando's Captain Sword when he shoots the laser and comes down.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, he says Captain Sword.
I never knew what he said.
Yeah, so that's the Captain Sword. And as soon as I saw Vegito do that, I was like, Captain Sword.
Yeah.
But then also he looked like a one of his auto combos, like punch, but launched them back over your head.
I saw that.
As soon as I saw it, like I watched the trailer a second time, I was like, that's a Captain Sword setup. 100% you're supposed to do that in the Captain Sword and go
that
like
sense,
that. Yeah. So
cool, dude.
Like, yeah, but he's out there and he had key blasts and he had a Kamehameha. I never remember where to stop on that.
Kamehameha.
Yeah, so there you go. Another go-to.
That's cool.
Yeah. Has there been a trailer for Zamasu already? Have I missed that?
I don't remember.
Okay, I can't remember now. So, let's see here. What else do I have here? I guess Tomoko Hiroki presented a new party mode battle for Dragon Ball Z Dragon Ball Fighters, I should say.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're going to do a party mode. So I hadn't heard anything about this. Let's see.
Unite to defeat Frieza in this brand new mode.
The party battle mode is a limited time online only event.
All right.
3 players from a team to challenge an army of powerful enemies. Counted across the world in a cooperative effort. This particular party battle is called The Emperor Strikes Back.
Okay, all right.
Okay, with Frieza as the villain.
Narrowly evading the trademark infringement.
The victory in this mode earns Zenny and premium Z coins.
Cool.
As of today, the event is accessible in the game and will last until May 21st.
Oh, it's over.
Oh, it's over already? Damn.
You didn't play it, huh?
It's all over already.
I was gone.
Dang, I thought it was going to last for a while, but oh, there you go.
That's cool then. Cool.
Sorry, so in other words, cool stuff. You guys missed it. Ha ha!
I mean, like, I'm not super into it, but I think it's really cool when games make modes for people who aren't just the hardcore competitive players, because that's really important to maintaining interest.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Let's talk.
But there's a new event this week, says Mr. Friday.
Oh, is that true?
Cool. Well, I hope so.
Again, people have been talking about, potential leaks in DLC for Cross Tag Battle.
Well, there's data mining in Cross Tag Battle.
Data mining over there, and data mine voice clips reveal special intros with unrevealed DLC characters. It looks like we have evidence that further points to the eventual inclusions of BlazBlue's 9, the Phantom, Izuyoi, and Mai Natsume.
We already know this.
Aki, yeah, it's all the same people then. Okay.
Same people we talked about last time.
Yeah, it's basically, the evidence before wasn't like the voice clips, but now that the voice clips are there, it's like, yeah, if they're talking to the characters, they're almost certainly going to show up in the game. So there you go.
Yeah, okay. So all the characters we talked about last time will almost certainly be there. That's cool. That's a good list.
Arika, making new fighting EX layer. That was my phone going crazy.
It was.
Has announced that Hayate has been added to the game, and so they have a trailer showing Hayate now.
Okay.
He is the guy with the sword, which automatically means he is the least interesting character to David. He's basically a samurai, although in this picture he looks like a modern dressed samurai dude, but before he was like samurai, so.
Well,
okay, I'm gonna move on because.
Oh, I don't know. Is he interesting? I don't remember.
He wasn't super interesting to me when I saw him. In fact, one of the things that I always thought was really funny is that the exact same combo that I do with Ken, like when I put the exact same inputs on Hayate, it did like the exact same combo. And I was like, this is not basically exciting. I guess 2 of the costume bundles for Street Fighter V are on sale right now. Both 50% off, bringing the price down from $11.99 to $5.99. The former features swimsuits for Season 1 characters Chun-Li, Cammy, Laura, Armika, Karen, and Ibuki. And the second one is the battle costumes for the original 16 characters. So that was, a lot of them were like retailer exclusives and stuff like that. So the battle costumes, if you don't have them, and I don't think I do. So I might actually no. I think I did get the battle costume, so I might just try to get the other one. So, but that one has a 70% discount, going from $30 to just $9.
Cool.
So there you go. There you go. This is also really interesting, but on Steam, I think it is King of Fighters 97 global match has been retrofitted with rollback netcode.
What?
They went to King of Fighters 97 and retrofitted that game with rollback netcode. And to me, while that seems weird, is also kind of exciting.
Okay.
Like if you're gonna test it,
Okay.
maybe you would do it on King of Fighters 97, and when it starts to work better, you put it in 98 and 2002.
Okay.
And then in King of Fighters 14, maybe they retrofit it or something.
King of Fighters 15, maybe?
15,
something like that?
maybe.
Okay, I see where you're headed.
Burgundy,
I like it. I hope that happens.
So I think that'll actually be kind of interesting.
That'd be great.
There you go. Hopefully that means something. Because, I mean, if they're trying rollback netcode, if SNK is legit trying rollback netcode, that's a good sign.
Definitely a good sign.
A couple of signings. Not signings, but this was an event thing, that's right. The last 2 players made it into the Summit of Power.
Right.
And that is Don Yohoshi and Moke have made it. So another Japanese player makes it in there, which I'm kind of happy about because obviously Dogura and Goichi are already there, but like it's nice to have another Japanese player be included as one of the challengers.
Done very well in tournaments.
Yeah, he's done really well. Unfortunately, that means a player like Beyond Toxin did not make it.
Oh,
I'm actually kind of sad about that. And so, yeah, you can see in the last second, he dropped from second to third. So right in the last 30 seconds, he fell right out of there.
Who jumped up in the last little bit, does it say?
Looks like Yohozi. Looks like Moke was first in the last like minute.
Okay.
Or actually in the last 30 seconds. And then Yohozi was in third place, and she jumped up to beat Beyond Toxin right at the very end. Super Noon comfortably in fourth place the entire time. I think all of his supporters kind of looked at it. He was at 7,000, and everybody else was like at 13,000. So there was just been too much work to catch him up there.
What were the final scores between Toxin, Don, and Moke?
Moke was at 22,836. Yohozi was at 21,627, so about 1,100 votes, 1,200 votes separating them. And in third place, Beyond Toxin was at 20,704, so less than 1,000 votes separating them. So it was a neck and neck run right down at the end. And like I said, it's sad because like Super Noon's just sitting there like, all right, no stress at least, right?
I guess, yeah.
But there you go. So
all right, well,
Moke and Yohozi are in.
So pretty good list of final players.
Yep, the final roster invited players are Sonic Fox, obviously. Actually, let me just do this so I don't have to stare off to the side here. There we go. So invited players are Echo Fox, Sonic Fox, Cyclops Goichi, Cyclops Dogura, Panda Global's Nakio, EG NY Chris G, GGP Kazunoko, Apology Man.
Unsponsored Apology Man.
Yep. TSM Team Solo Mid Leffen. And then the NLBC qualifier was NRG Hook Gang God. And the West Coast qualifier was Reynold. And then voted in earlier was Echo Fox the Kill Sage, UIU Cloud 805, Lord Knight, and now voted in were CLN Yohozi and Ponos Moke.
The last chance qualifier position is a spot to be filled at Combo Breaker.
Oh, interesting.
So by next week, we will know the entire list.
Oh, okay. So in other words, there's still a chance for everyone to make it, but they have to do it by winning at Combo Breaker.
Well, here's what I don't know. Let me know if anybody does. Is that just in the regular Dragon Ball Fighters
tournament?
Like results? Yeah, tournament results at Combo Breaker?
I would imagine so, like the highest already qualified player. Right,
okay.
I would imagine that's what it is.
That's my guess too.
But you know, anybody can probably mention that, like if Curly W is still in there.
Yeah, bub.
Or something like that, so he can let us know. But that's cool. So there you go. All the players except for one left to be determined in the Summit of Power. I think this is a great list. I'm super excited about this. I can't wait to see all these guys go up against each other. And if it's anything like the Smash ones, is it going to be like pools of round robin, or you know, it's going to be some crazy stuff going on there. So that's going to be fun. I did kind of announce this earlier.
Highest non-qualified, Okay.
But Mewtwo King, who just won the Smash version of the Summit, and also became a brand spokesman for Nintendo.
Right.
Yeah, so he's become an official brand, so it's highest non-qualified, so someone confirmed, But he also became a brand ambassador, basically, for Nintendo, is now also starting to write a book about his life in Super Smash Brothers. And, you know, I mean, like, we talk about players like, you know, Daigo and Tokido and all these guys who have been playing forever and all these things like that. Mewtwo King is that for Smash Brothers.
Absolutely.
I first met Mewtwo King at EVO East. You know, he was playing in the tournaments over there.
What year was that?
That's 2004, 2005 or something like that. 2006 maybe, around that time. But that's when I first met him, and he was playing Melee back then, and he was one of the top players back then.
He was one of the people who did foundational work to make Melee a competitive game.
Yeah, exactly. So he's been playing. There was a lot of other players that were all super good. They're not playing anymore.
Yeah.
So shout outs to Mewtwo King, who's been playing, and he also gives all the new Smash games a shot. He was good in Smash Brawl. He was good in Smash Wii U for a while. So I think this is actually really cool. It'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah, and he's had quite a tale when it comes to his competitive and esports career.
I want to read the EMP chapters.
Seriously, yeah. I mean, he, from being on EMP and having Triforce do whatever with him and whatever happened with that, to being on a few other teams that didn't end up paying out, to landing the big fish spot. Being on Echo Fox. Like it's just a big. There's a big trend up, and his career is like really one of the emblematic ones of it. Of starting out in not sponsored at all. Nobody was sponsored. There was nothing that didn't exist. To being on like Charlatan team, to he took all the lumps on the way.
I mean, it's like how everyone makes those biopics on like Ray Charles and like Johnny Cash, like years later. Years later, you could do one with Mewtwo King. Be the struggle until he gets signed with Echo Fox and wins the summit. Sure. And has his shocked moment, and then the credits roll, right?
Yeah,
Feel good movie, brings out the tears and stuff like that. So.
I mean, I really think it's a good story. Yeah. He's had a really interesting ride. So I'd be very very interested in reading a book that he writes. Yeah. Okay. I hope that comes out well.
And then our good friend High Fight on Twitter. 20K followers now on Twitter, because he's just one of the greatest resources for highlights and to catch you up on what's going on in the fighting game community. He's created his own little site here at highfight.github.io, and you can go there, and he just basically like puts up all of his GIFs and stuff like that. We've joked before that we should crowdfund him so that he can store all of his videos somewhere, because it would be great historical thing, and he's basically said that he doesn't want that because he doesn't want to feel like he's making money off of other people's content. I mean, frankly, I think if we could just he's talking with some people. There are some people who are like, what? Here's a way that you can use our database to store these things. Because if we can just have this compilation of these clips, and he labels them and dates them and everything like that, and just as the years go by, we have access to this just for historical content, documentary content, career highlights, that kind of thing like that. I think that's super valuable.
I would toss into a Patreon or something. I think that'd be great.
Absolutely. So, but he is a great service to our community, in my opinion, even though, there are some people out there who might think, oh, he's just stealing other people's content.
I don't even think people say that about him.
No,
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but and the thing about it is he's so consistent about it, and he's always really good about promoting whatever he's retweeting and stuff like that.
Like he'll make a little GIF of some interesting thing that happened, but then have the link to the actual Twitch stream or YouTube upload.
Exactly.
Like he does a super good job at that stuff. So if anything, I think he does a better job at highlighting like why you should watch this particular Twitch stream or why you should watch this particular YouTube video. So I think it's great.
Yeah, I agree. If you guys want to see the site, it's Highfight, HIFIGHT. It's basically a pun on highlight, right? So it's highfight.github.io. So .github, github.io. And there you go. You can go and check that out over there. So just a bunch of GIFs and videos and stuff like that you can go and check out. So
cool.
All right. That is the last bit of FGC news that I have.
Alrighty.
So that's all I got. Was there something I wanted to talk about? Shoot.